Hi, Assalamualaikum. We are from Group 17 and will be explaining on ZAKAT based on MBSP Bank and Bank Muamalat. Here are our group members, Azri, Kimin, Wawa, Ain and me myself, Izul. MBSP Bank Berhad, a full-fledged Islamic bank, was incorporated on 28 November 2005. Here are the 5-year analysis of its financial report. As you can see, the bank show a good profitability ratio of net profit margin and return on asset ratio, which are increasing over the 5 years period, unlike its activity ratio of total asset turnover, which are decreasing. Next, the financing ratio of debt ratio only slightly differ. And lastly, the earning per share is decreased and then increase. Bank Muamalat is a full-fledged Islamic bank, commencing its operation on 1st October 1999. From the 5 years analysis, the bank profitability ratio and earning per share show a positive movement which are increasing over the 5 years, while its ROA and a debt ratio slightly fluctuate. Zakat is a specified amount on specified wealth and income which is collected from Muslims who are liable. The types of zakat, such as zakat on gold and silver, include cash, bank, and financial papers. Zakat on agricultural product include inventory, and zakat on livestock. The principles for zakat to be payable are: first, unencumbered possession, capable of growth or increase, nisab, which are the threshold to be passed for zakat to be payable, haul, which are the period and zakat rate, and lastly, the intention to trade.
The general issue related to zakat from our choose bank are: firstly, the distribution of zakat should be channeled to the right person or the society, which is the 8 categories who can receive the zakat. And secondly, the measurement of zakat has to be precisely measured according to the right and from the right source. And thirdly, the integration between zakat and donation, where zakat is compulsory for the Islamic bank, where donation is voluntarily.
I will be presenting on the basis of preparation for zakat for MBSP Bank. First one is the regulatory framework. For zakat, MBSP Bank follow the guideline by Sharia Advisory Council that is aligned with Bank Negara Malaysia. And the second one is the measurement. The method used by MBSP Bank for zakat is by using working capital method. It is by current asset minus current liability. Hence, the measurement for the zakat is based on current or market value. And the third one is the functional and presentational currency. It is presented in Ringgit Malaysia. And the fourth one is the disclosure. The zakat is presented in statement of financial position as the liabilities under the provision of for tax and zakat, and in the statement of profit and loss and other comprehensive income as an expenses. That's all.
For the basis of preparation, the regulatory framework standards that Bank Muamalat use is MFRS, while for the measurement it is based on fair value. For the functional currency, it is based on Ringgit Malaysia, and lastly, it is disclosed as provision for zakat and taxation in liabilities in statement of financial position.
Next is presentation in the financial statement. For MBSP Bank, zakat is presented in Statement of Comprehensive Income as zakat expenses, provision of zakat in Statement of Financial Position, and zakat paid in Statement of Cash Flow and the cash flow for operating activities. To summarize, MBSP Bank shows an increase in the amount of zakat paid as shown in Statement of Cash Flow for operating activities throughout the 5 years.
Next, I will present the financial statement of Bank Muamalat. For the statement of comprehensive income in zakat expense, the trend in zakat expense increasing throughout the year from 2015 until 2018. But in 2019, the amount dropped nearly 50% in zakat expenses. in the statement of financial position, the trend for provision for taxation and zakat also increasing from 2015 to 2019. For the last one, in the statement of cash flow, the trend in the amount of zakat paid shows increase and decrease. For example, in 2015, the bank paid zakat for 5.2 million, while in 2016, only 3.3 million, and in 2017, only 4.4 million. Okay, so we move to the recommendation. The first recommendation is to identify the asnaf and applicants. Most of the bank institutions distribute zakat based on application received. By obtaining the database on poor and needy Malaysian from Zakat Center, bank institution can reach more people and minimize the number of asnaf and needy people. For the second recommendation, the bank should create a huge zakat program with collaboration with the other banking that paid zakat. It can be started by collecting several percentage of zakat from all Islamic banking which supervised by the private organisation. The amount would be huge and can execute mega programs such as giving basic needs such as food, new clothes and education purpose.
In conclusion, both companies computed their zakat payment at a rate of 2.5%. However, Bank Muamalat calculated based on capital growth model method, while MPSB Bank computed based on working capital method. Besides, these two banks are different in terms of obligation of zakat payment. Bank Muamalat pays zakat on its business only and does not pay zakat on behalf of its depositor or shareholders, whereas payment of zakat on depositors fund of MPSB Bank lies on Muslim depositors. That is all from us, Group 17. Thank you and Assalamualaikum.